Hello, welcome. Uh, is it just me, or are we all just ascending right now? Like, while we're getting sick. I'm not sick. It's just my allergies. When Earth transition, our body is reacting to the transition from fall from winter to spring. We didn't fall this winter, thank God. Most of us did, but consciously, I seen or I felt and seen in my vision. Everybody has risen consciously. Everybody has risen consciously. You have been woken. You was always woke. You're just consciously woke. So today's video is about how to use energy, aka emotion, aka vibration, frequency, to quantum jump your desired reality. And I'm using reality, this current reality, but I'm going to use my reality as an example of how you can use your reality to quantum jump. Or we're not necessarily avoiding the problem. We are analyzing our behavior to the problem. It's not us being a problem. It's just realizing we're cutting out something and adding on to a reality. So in order for us to do that, we had to backtrack of what's making us feel a void to even want to quantum jump in the first place. Quantum jumping deals with action. So you can't just keep praying and visualizing something for you to happen automatically. It's your spirit who's in the room first doing the work already in spirit form. Hello, welcome. And when your body reaches the manifestation of the quantum jump, during that experience, the spirit goes from ego to shadow self to death to the void part, and the void is the quantum realm. So your body is not physically there, but your mind is, right? You're trying to say, or you're trying to ask, how can I get my physical body in that place physically? Well, it starts off with the spirit mapping it. And then the spirit is projecting onto the ego, this is what's going to happen to you during this bad time. I need you not to act like that. I need you to go the opposite direction. If there a moment of time where you was in a situation that made you feel quiet, more little than you are, you were supposed to stand up and be bigger than what you imagine. You already knew what these people were going to say to you. You already know what they was going to do, because in real time, in real reality, where your mind is toxic, like if it's in the lower realm, because sometimes when you're in the lower realm, you're subconsciously adding things into the toxic environment. That's called chaos magic. Like whether we drink or we smoke, within a crowd that is like, say there are like 6 bodies, right? three groups of bodies are the positive. They're in tune. They see themselves and others, and they done the healing. And the other three groups, right? They are low vibrational. They're drinking because somebody passed away or somebody hurt them, somebody abused them. And now they're in a lower consciousness where if there's a person who, say, like myself, like you you see yourself as the light bringer to both groups. Like, you're the only one catching on to what it is until it's announced. Maybe everybody can see it that way until you announce it, but if you don't announce it, it's like watching, it's like being the producer behind the lens. You're not controlling their consciousness, you're not controlling their mood swings. You're controlling how you feel when you was in the void and when you step outside of the void and into the light. The void can look like the light, but the void can also be darkness. Until you come in Genesis, you say, let there be light. But the way that light is created in the matrix is through perspective, is through how you can view other people through their eyes. But we're not from that dimension because the way that we see things, the way that our consciousness was at, our consciousness wasn't grown and on earth, if it makes sense. I can't tell you exactly like what location, because then the government, they can easily just astral project, have people spy on it, and try to mess up our mind, our reality. But we already saw a future where it was like that, and we defeated them. So we're ahead of time. That's why America looks like it's in the past, some parts of it. There's a reason. They want them stuck in a certain timeline because during that timeline, that's when the elites had a certain knowledge and they want to keep it. But they knew that the God that they serve is not going to let them have the knowledge for so long. So what they do, they create other little puppets like them to have the knowledge too. So if they get lost, they can find themselves back in our consciousness. But then if we try to do the same thing, what they'll do is send the Matrix and put us under some type of program where it's following other people's consciousness and not of our own. I don't know why it's like that in this dimension. Other dimensions that I experienced, some was freer than others, and none had rules. None didn't have a God to serve. They only served themselves. But then that was also chaos. But it was also, there was also a place that only served beauty and love and not to control. But anyway, so again, my point is, say you ever had a situation that was bad. It wasn't your energy, it wasn't your fault, but it was your spark that enlightened this particular event. Because something or someone or you wanted to see something that was unseen about these people, about, it can be anyone, your friends, coworker, family, siblings, everybody. the whole entire world, but mainly specifically who's close to you. But then you start to realize you're doing this outside of the group. It's not a bad thing. It's your awareness. Your awareness. The more, the more you remember consciously of who you are and what you've done, and how people like patterns, recognize patterns. There's no name to these patterns yet. Like, you don't know the full name, but you can describe what people are doing. And then it catches on to you quantumly, like, oh, these are manipulations, gaslighting. It starts to name itself. And you have a different agenda on how to move in life. And these people can't stand the way that you move. Like, I am a light bringer. The fuck I look like just lighting one crowd when I can light up thousands, you know what I mean? I can expose millions of people if I wanted to, just by having my presence in a room, not saying anything. And then one little spark, one little conversation out of that person's mouth, all we did was just enlighten the subject. And I said to myself, or I said to my other self, my higher self, it was like the subconscious against the conscious. Like, I visualized one part of me as the God version of me, or God energy source, and then the human version of me now in the room. So we said, okay, this person said something about this person, right? I didn't like it. Or they thought that they can channel their authority onto me. Like, how you know when people are trying to submit themselves in your reality, because you are able to manifest faster than their lack of empathy, because they have no trust and energy. They don't have no trust in their own energy. They don't know how to use it. But they sure damn know how to manipulate what people see. But really, no, they just manipulating the story. Because once a seer is always a seer. It's like, it's no closing or going back. Because no matter how many times I try to cut my spiritual gifts off, like, that's why I don't be up here as much. I'm kind of in that stage right now. Something keeps reawakening me. I had to be close to chaos in order to catch my own abilities and actually use it. But it's not even my chaos. I'm just a spark of it. And sometimes you have to take accountability of being the spark of someone else's darkness, or something that they're not expressing to you but hiding to you in secrets, and you want to get to the depth of it. And then what I realized what's happening to me is, like, this whole entire time, oh, it was energy harvesting, keeping me trapped again. Like, I don't like being trapped. If I'm trapped in my mind and I'm trapped in spirit, when ego and spirit keeps fighting, everybody needs to run away from me when it comes to their own reality, because one action of my own course can change my whole reality just that quickly. But I have to make a good decision regardless, because it's like, once I get rid, like, I do this all the time, you do this too, once you get rid of soul ties, this is when you're able to literally hop in your reality. It's just, you gotta stop pleasing yourself just because you're magical and they're not. And you want to help them to understand energy and how they can use their essence. You're not a savior. You didn't really. I mean, you. I'm not gonna go too deep. I'm not gonna use the whole Jesus shit. Sorry. People are not ready to understand what that really actually represents or what that really means, because once I keep seeing myself on the cross a lot in my dreams, I'm like, that's when I cut things off to people. I keep saying I'm not a savior. I'm saving myself. That's why I'm on the cross. I have many dreams where I feel like I'm on a cross, or I see myself on a cross, and it's not hammered. It's not nails for me when it's through my hands. It's actually flowers, which was weird. I don't really know what that actually means. It was daisies when they put it in my hands, and then on the my crown was daisy as well, and I had like short hair. I had this dream multiple times, but when I keep consciously closing myself and reawakening, that's when they get more intense. So I just said, fuck it. Fuck it. Like, yo, I'm not dimming my light or shutting off for no mortal. Sorry. Or no mortal who wants to pretend to be a god. I'm not saying I'm a god. I just know how they move, and you do too. Your intuition, your imagination is not wrong. It is exactly what you feed it to see. Yes, you feed your third eye. You feed your knowledge. You feed your mind with knowledge once you pay attention. Like, it's hard not to pay attention. You be like, your subconscious just be like, what the fuck is this? And then your conscious like, should we do something about it? And then your subconscious is saying, no, I think we should just observe because it has nothing to do with us. So we say this line, this affirmation all the time, every day, 24/7. Better than them, than me. Real talk. Better than them, than me. I came up with that like last year. I think I heard it like on a TV show. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take that advice. When I see some shit, I'm like, better than me. And then to get this, to be the one that be the most high spiritual, like spiritual person, awareness, someone who's looking, other than just being a part or being an NPC. Use the tools, like use astrology, use everything against them, like their zodiac, what they're lacking, patterns, recognize everything. It can save you so much time. It can show you what dimension these people are from, what God they're serving, what God they're trying to become, who they're trying to mimic, some entity or deity, once you study enough. And I study a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube and I read sometimes. If I am on YouTube, it's mostly podcasts or people going live. I sometimes interact and I donate to them. Because I'm like, they feeding me knowledge. You're like, why not? I like knowledge. I like learning. And if you don't like learning, then you're not using energy correctly. You're not using creation correctly. I know I was there I was there before. And then I told myself, stop shutting yourself down. You know what you know. It's not your fault. These people did what they wanted to do after you warned them before, during, and after. So at this stage, he was just a messenger. And that was it. And it's nothing more that we can do other than, I mean, we can imagine a bunch of shit happening to them. Yes. But I'm going to use this energy to quantum jump. And this is what I'm telling you. Like, use unnecessary energy that people put onto you because they want you to focus on them. Focus on you to quantum, not avoid. But if you need to fix some shit, go fix some shit. But don't apologize for shining the light where it needs to be hit on. Because at the end of the day, that is your tunnel. That is your tunnel. That is your timeline. That is your frequency that they've been harvesting and trying to get at. And it's not your fault because you get comfortable sometimes with people. I do too. I get too comfortable, or not really. I need to like stop masking in the beginning, like be nice just to protect myself, but like just be more open and honest when somebody's behavior is on repeat. Because like words have spells, and every time you're with this person, right, they are constantly repeating a manifestation that they want to happen through you. So that's your blessing to them. And then you're stuck in the current reality because you had a desire to help. It's okay. If the intention is good, yes. But if it's lustful, low vibrational, it doesn't need its intention. Use that intention instead to not avoid this happening again in the future. Just keep focus on you, like shine a light on it and keep it moving, keep it pushing. There's more things for you to expose to other people. We're not the bad guys, nor we're not the good guys either. We're in between. We're somewhat the watchers, I guess. And that's what I keep hearing. Somewhat like we have multiple dimensional titles, really. We're all the above. We're all of it. Just accept it. I don't know. And once you realize how much your energy means to you, you won't let anybody or anything get in your way, because at the end of the day, you need you. And they need you, but don't need them. Never need them. They're not, I'm not trying to be mean. They're not products. Or what I mean by products, like, they're just a tool for our imagination to get to our desired reality. Yes, I do that. It's dangerous, but they will point it out. So beware. Just have accountability. And then just move on. Be like, okay. Like, I already know. I already know. Just don't have contracts or karma on you when you're doing this. Do it righteously. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go.